Good day, good day, good day, everybody. It's your girl, Sherelle Brown, your health concierge, and we are so excited to be here with you today on another day of lifting the weight. Our expert speaker for the hour is none other than Miss Kayla Brooks of the KB Crew. Listen, master yoga instructor, innovator, creator, motivator. That's what I'm talking about. And she is here to enlighten you on not just what you can do to lift the weight, but give you transparent accounts of situations that may have occurred in her life and the tactics that she used to find peace and discovery and clarity. And hopefully you are able to do the same. Why? Because we want you to relieve yourself of anything that is holding you bound and stopping you from experiencing the fullness in this thing called life. We're sharing emotional weight, mental weight, physical weight, psychological weight, however you categorize it and listen. If it ain't right, it ain't right, and we letting it go tonight. And so, Miss Kayla, you can take it away. Tell them a little bit more about yourself, your journey, and how what you've experienced and what you are now teaching can help them transcend to another level.
Hi. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be a part of this summit. As you said, my name is Kayla Brooks. I am a yoga instructor, up and coming yoga instructor. I have a family business called the KB Crew. I also teach women and mothers and families how to meditate and get their mental health together so that they can increase their physical and emotional and spiritual health as well.
Yes, I like that. I like that. Now, you've already said something that I'd like to dig a little deeper in. You said a keyword, meditation. And so a lot of persons in society, we may hear that word, especially when you talk about it, in conjunction with yoga, but persons really may not even understand the fullness of what meditation is and what type of clarity it can bring to your life. And so from personal experience with technology and the modern era, I personally feel it is taking away too much of your meditation time. If the noise on the outside is louder than the noise on the inside, where are you going to find some self-time? And so I'll allow you to capitalize on that, Ms. Taylor.
Yes. Well, definitely. I definitely believe that meditation can have, I won't say a bad rap, but a lot of people don't understand it. We're so wound up in our devices, our jobs, our phones, our computers, our laptops, everything, that we really don't think about self-care and taking moments to actually just breathe and connect with ourselves, because we're all day long, we're giving to ourselves. So what I like to tell people is meditation doesn't have to be complex. It can be as simple as just sitting down for, let's say, 5 minutes and just taking the time to breathe, taking the time to just push away the stressful thoughts, the worries, anything that is going to hinder you from being in a good mood, a good positive mood, and just deep breathing and just focusing on positivity. That is how I start people out with meditation. It increases your health all around, your mental clarity, your emotional health, and it also gets you started in your physical health too, because it all starts from within your mind. If you're not stable mentally, you're not clear mentally or emotionally, then when you go to lift the physical weight, all of that has to be connected before you can, definitely be successful in that area. So if you start with your mind, then you're definitely on the right track.
That sounds so good. So I'm going to dig a little deeper, y'all. We ain't staying on the shallow waters. I'm going to dig a little deeper because the result or the product that you see today is as a result of a journey. And so Kayla is sitting here before you as a yoga instructor, as an expert, as somebody who leads persons in the practices that she is teaching. But I'm pretty sure she didn't come out of her mother's womb like that. She was just like everybody else. Just like everybody else probably ate a burger or two in her life. Hello, somebody. So I want to know about the experience. I want to know about the transition. And I want to know about the journey, because that is what the people know. And so we can sit here and say, girl, you better go eat a salad and walk away from that burger. But they need to know that the struggle that we would have went through the journey through to be able to now say it today. It ain't easy, y'all, but it's worth it.
Yes. Yes, well, definitely. I'm still on the journey, and that's the beautiful thing about the journey. It's never ending. But I will say, I started this journey seriously 2 years ago. My family and I had just moved to Atlanta. It was a tough transition, just moving to a new city. But I'm a mom of three. My kids were, in elementary school, and I had a toddler at the time. And all through the years of being married and having children, I never really I just let life kind of just take over. I was always stressed. Nothing was ever planned out. I was always just spinning my wheels trying to get things done. And yes, if you continue down that road, which is what I did, it all comes crashing down. Like I nearly had a mental breakdown to where I was fighting depression. I didn't want to wake up in the morning, like getting out of my bed. It was just, I was in an overwhelm of sadness. It was like a dark cloud that I had to fight my way through every morning when I woke up. Um, and my life was fine. It was beautiful. I had a husband, I have kids, I have a beautiful life in a new city I wanted to live in, but I didn't understand why I just wasn't happy.
Yeah.
So, and I will say I'm still this way, but I've never been one to want to like run on a treadmill or like lift weights or be like a hardcore gym rat or anything. So weight was a part of it. I wanted to lose the rest of the baby weight, but I knew myself enough to know, I don't want to, there's certain types of exercise I don't want to do. So I started there, finding something for me that would allow me to get my body moving. And it was mainly, I started yoga just for the physical attributes. And it led me down this path of eating better, of meditation. And once I started that way, it just started to progress. Not only did I want, to feel better physically, I started to feel better mentally. I started to feel better spiritually. I started to come back to myself once I started to integrate all these different aspects of yoga and meditation. And that's how I've gotten to where I am today. Life is not easy. It's still, in fact, it's a little harder now. The higher you get, the more struggle you have. It's a little harder now.
Everybody wants the likes, the blips, and the glams, but we don't realize that they come with responsibility. The more you're given, the more that is required. If you remember nothing else, remember that. And so you have fortitude mentally, physically, and emotionally to even embrace the dreams and desires that you are carrying in your heart. Correct?
Yes. You can't let it overwhelm you, or you will drown. You have to take.
Person on the other end of this broadcast saying, I'm interested in yoga. How do I start? Where do I start? And so you're telling us that your story on your baby weight was the thing that made you realize that you had to get some sort of physical activity, and that was because you didn't like the gym and had the gym rat mentality, you wanted to start somewhere, and that was where you wanted to start from.
Yes. Well, definitely. I know that a lot of people, they may have weight that they want to lose, and if you look online or you look, on social media, you may think there's just one way to do it. There's just one avenue, that's not the case. So I knew I had tried it before, going to the gym religiously, and I just knew it wasn't me, and I didn't want to fail again.
I'll put a point right there, guys. She knew her strengths and her weaknesses. She acknowledged it, and she made a decision based on her own truth. You are not in competition with anybody. And so this is why it's so important for you to have to learn and know yourself. Do what you can do within the time that you are able to do it, knowing thy own truth.
Right. And you don't have to try to change yourself to fit into that. There is always something that works for you. You just have to find it and be true to who you are, because that's going to make you happiest. You're going to find the route that makes you happiest. But I started with yoga because I looked it up and I liked what I saw. I knew I could do it. It just looked so interesting to me, and the poses and everything. It also looked calming, which was another thing. Having 3 kids and working and all that, I needed that stress relief. So I thought to myself, we do. We definitely, we all need that. So what I did, I researched it, and I found, I started off with YouTube videos, just beginners yoga. And one thing that I love now that I have been doing yoga for 2 years, I always said if I were ever to teach, I would want to teach beginners, because I know a lot of people, they see the poses, they love the poses, and they want to get into the poses, but there's a journey that gets you there. And I
Yeah.
know how it was for me. And I know a lot of people may forget that, not everyone knows where to go or where to look to start.
Yeah.
But if I had to give anyone any advice, definitely start with beginner yoga. You can look it up for free on YouTube, get a DVD if you don't feel comfortable going to a class, or you can find a beginner starting out or gentle yoga class in your
Oh.
area. And that's a great place to start.
Okay, okay, okay. So any tips and tricks for the yogis who are already in it and want to progress even further in their journey?
Of yoga and meditation?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just say to increase, just increase the amount of time that you spend on it also. For me personally, once I got into it and I was consistent with it, I would start to think, okay, I got this under control. I got this under control. Well, be mindful that, always make that time to practice yoga, to have your self-care routine and your meditation practice intact. If you've been doing yoga for a while, and just mix it up. Once you've gotten the beginner stuff under control and you have your base poses, challenge yourself, take it up a notch and try hot yoga, or try, an arm balance routine, or try practice your handstanding or your inversions, your back bends. Just, always challenge yourself. That's the only way to improve. You may think, okay, I got this, I'm good at this, but if you stay in that spot, that's where you're going to stay if you don't challenge yourself. So there's always a way to challenge yourself.
Yes, yes, I love it, I love it, I love it. And so that's what yoga does for a lot of persons, challenging. Now,
Mm-hmm.
scientifically, the bottom line is exercise releases endorphins, and endorphins makes you happy. When your
Yes.
body is moving and working, it causes a mental and physical and psychological relief in your body that makes you feel so much better after you're done. Listen, call me crazy. Who knew working gave you more energy and not working made you more tired? It
Yes.
is
Yes.
opposite. You've got to start moving, stretching. Speaking of stretching, I know you're sitting down. You might not be in the best position, but I tell people there are things they can do from their desk, things that they can do from a sitting position. If you are able to, if you're not, then you say, well, I can't do that right now. Who is sitting at their desk right now or sitting home in a couch and who said, listen, I don't know what these people are talking about. Is there a visual that you might be able to display right now from a sitting posture that they may just sit, maybe calm down, breathing and out? They would be surprised at what that can do for mental clarity. So is there a visual demonstration? Can we have? Drum roll, please.
I work in an office during the day. So I can catch myself sitting down for like 2 hours, and I'm like, when you finally stand up, you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't moved. I've just been all into this for like 2 hours.
Yes.
So I feel the pain of like, you sit down so much during the day and then you feel like you don't have time to get up and do something so intense, like, run around the block. But it doesn't have to be that intense, that deep, to calm yourself and to maintain your mental clarity. What I do at work, I usually do some type of making sure that I move around in my seat. If I'm not going to get up, I do within my office, stand up and stretch. But as far as like meditation, one thing that I teach beginners is, if you want to start with deep breathing and you're not used to deep breathing, this is something you should incorporate in your day at least twice a day, whether it be morning and evening, or even also in the middle of the day while you're at work. I suggest inhaling, take a deep inhale for 3 seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, and then exhale through your mouth for 3 seconds.
So that is called deep breathing.
Yes, that is a deep breathing technique. And you can continue it, repeatedly. Okay. And that's how I begin people on their meditation journey, just focusing on their breath.
Okay.
So
and the time frame for that.
I would say 5 minutes starting off.
Okay.
Yep. For 5 minutes.
Somebody might be sitting down and say, well, that's not a long time. If you're always on your cell phone, your iPad, and you don't give yourself any mental space, 5 minutes is a lot for you to have mental clarity.
It is. And being away from it, just putting your phone away, just focusing on your breath, not thinking of anything else, focusing, making sure you're inhaling, counting the inhales, the exhales, all of that. You'll notice that 5 minutes is, it'll seem a lot longer than you think, especially if you have your phone, you're attached to your phone and your computer a lot. You'll see.
It's like forever. So I guess my last thing that I wanted to say or ask at this point in time is in terms of, I'm taking it back to meditation because I believe that it's so important, not just for adults, but teenagers and children to have that quiet.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about the family aspect of meditation because I want women who are going to be sitting on the other end of this broadcast understand it's so important not for them just to have some alone time, but to cultivate healthy environments for family time. I have a son, I have a daughter that's six, one is 6 years old, one is 4 years old. And so I have to pull them away from the TV and tell them go outside and play. Growing up,
Yes.
all we wanted to do was go outside. You couldn't keep us inside. And so
Right.
we just wanted to be active. And so now children are growing up with the mindset that activity is a chore, not a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact or the thought of just sitting still for 5 minutes and breathing, like, what is this? Because they're hyperactive, they're eating so much sugar, all of the above.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about incorporating your family in some self-care and how yoga can improve the relationship between brother and sister, husband and wife, or the family as a whole. See, guys, we are talking about lifting the weight. And you're like, Sherelle, what does this have to do with weight loss? You would be surprised the mental weight and the physical stresses that you are carrying, the burdens that you are unaware of. But if you would just sit down for 5 minutes and inhale and exhale, or get your family together and incorporate yoga or any other activity, it can change your life. So just tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, yes. This is what I focus on. This is like my whole mission is for mothers and parents because it's how I started my brand and my teaching.
Yeah.
Like I said, I work full time. So I would come home and think, okay, I need to be away from my family. I need to have this personal me time. But after spending so much time away from them, yes, I do need a few minutes to myself, but I also know that I need to be spending time with them. Yeah. And although I need mental health and self-care and clarity, so do they. Yeah. And my kids are with me all the time. So I incorporated them, in this journey with me. And one of the things that we do when I wake the kids up for school every morning, we do a yoga routine, which really isn't a, specific routine, but we just do a lot of stretching. They'll come out of their room, we'll all gather in the living room, and maybe for 10 minutes tops, we will, just stretch our arms, our legs, just do some stretches, and then we'll get going for the day. I'll ask them what one thing is they're looking forward to during the day, and they'll let me know. We'll take a couple of deep breaths together. We maybe do that for like a minute or two, nothing too long, because like you said, kids and their attention spans and they're go, go, go.
Well, we created that environment, and so we have to be the ones to change it.
Yeah, so I notice a difference in them in the mornings, because if I just wake them up and tell them, okay, get ready for school, and we're rushing, it sets the tone to rush throughout the day. So that may mean they rush their schoolwork, they're just stressed, they're wound up because of how we started the day. And we often don't think about the stress that our children have and the energy that we create within our homes that contribute to that, whether it be our own stress or our kids' stress levels. So in addition to the morning time, when we come home at night is when I do deep breathing with the kids. And I have a video of this, and I've been creating more videos, but on our website and on our page. But we sit in a circle, and we'll hold hands, or we'll put our hands, together like this, hand to hand, in a circle, and we'll talk about. I ask them what they did today, as far as remember that thing you talked about today that you were looking forward to. How did that go, or was something else better than that today? So we'll talk about the positives of the day. We'll also talk about maybe something that didn't go well during the day. And then I also have each of them say something nice and positive about their sibling. So we'll go around the circle and we'll say something positive. Then,
yeah, girl, listen, I know.
Then the
So,
deep breathing comes in, and we'll inhale. And when we inhale, we're envisioning that positive thing that we talked about. And when we exhale, that negative thing that we didn't like so much about the day, we exhale, and I have them envision pushing it out, pushing it away. We're not worried about that anymore. It's gone. So that's what we do with the meditation. And then we might do a few yoga stretches too, but that winds them down for the day, and it gets them talking. They look forward to it. It's quality time. It's just, it's engaging them and giving them starting them off on a self-care routine that they can carry on through life.
yeah. I'm sitting here thinking for the wife, the mother, or the woman who has a boyfriend saying, listen, I'm into yoga and I would love for my family to do this, but I don't know if my husband gonna be into all of this. So you're sitting here saying, through the grace of God, she went from on the verge or close to a breakdown to a breakthrough. And so somebody in that very same position. And so first of all, I just want you to hit on this. We're getting ready to wrap up, guys. Listen, we keep it short, we keep it tight, but we give it to you just right. And so we're getting ready to wrap up. And so for that person who's sitting there saying, I'm really interested in what you're saying, I'm going to practice some of these techniques, just, deep breathing, you can do it your desk. You can do in the morning, you can do in the evening. All it is taking some mental space for yourself, to hear yourself. And then you're saying we can incorporate this in our families with our husbands and our children to make it a family experience. So you were the yogi. You were the person who was initially interested. How did it transcend from me being interested to my husband and children becoming involved in it? Was it a difficult process? When you said, honey, I want us to stretch and for you to stand up like a swan, what did he say?
Honestly, I just started it for myself, and he took notice. He, noticed what I was doing. And then I discovered something called acro yoga or partner yoga. And he was like, okay, well, we can try that. And, I never pressured him. I was just like, okay, well, this is what I'm doing. And, eventually he told me that he was inspired by what he saw in me. So tell any mother, any woman who wants to get their family involved. Of course, children, they see what you do and they want to do it too. Like my kids would come out and they'd be like, oh, mommy, what are you doing? And I noticed that they were copying me a little bit. So I just brought them on in. But, for your husband, it may be, or your boyfriend, it may be a little different. It may, it may not go that route. But I will say that what we do and how we behave and the energy that we create within our homes and within our relationships, it does affect and it does touch other people who are close to us. And if they are open to it, you'll definitely see them drawn to it. You won't really have to ask much. And men, they do carry a lot of stress that they don't necessarily want to talk about. But if you could just, let's say there's something stressing you both out. Maybe it's about finances, or maybe you're having a conversation and it's just getting a little tense. If you want to take a couple of deep breaths and just invite them to take a deep breath with you, that could be the start of it. Just introducing another way to handle certain situations. And next thing you know, you never know. He may have his own meditation practice and you look up 2 months from now and he's like a master yogi. You never know.
I'm sitting here thinking, somebody on the other end of this video is saying, what? In the middle of an argument, I'm like, baby, let's take 5 and take a deep breath. It's not going to be easy, y'all, but she's giving you some tips and tactics. Listen, it is involving a mental change. We have to change our mindset before we can even change our actions. And so that's what this is all about, by showing you some of the steps that she took to make this change in her life and the success that she has experienced with her family being drawn closer, with her children now coming in and becoming more involved, with her husband incorporating it. It is now becoming a family mantra, and that is what we want. And so for the wife, mother, or girlfriend on the other end of the table, and you're sitting there saying the relationship between my children and my family is not the way that I want it to be, you may want to incorporate this into a family activity. I'm pretty sure they're going to kick and moan in the very beginning unless they're babies. But she used herself as an example. She hopped in. She didn't stress them out. She didn't nag him because they only become resentful. No, she let her light shine. Hello. And so as a result, she wanted to become involved. And then, with women, we got our subtle ways, y'all. We start showing them the baby, look at the video. Well, look at how they're doing this together. Maybe one day. So we can't be harsh, and then we wonder why we're feeling so stressed. My husband don't want to do anything with me. My children don't want
Hmm.
the way that we approach a situation. I assure you, it starts with you. You
Yes.
change and you can make the change not in your own life, but like Kayla said, it's going to have a trickle effect into your
Yes.
that's what we want. We want you to be complete and we want you to be whole. So, Kayla, final words before we go. Your master topic for the day is meditation. And so I want you to seal this conversation to the woman or the gentleman who might be watching this on the other end of the screen, contemplating if yoga and meditation is for them, to clarify where they can start and the channels that they can use. Also, feel free to share your Facebook, Instagram, or whatever other platforms that they can reach out to you, connect with you for further maybe consultation. You never know, someone might live where you are and they want the KB experience. And so bring everybody down and let's hit the floor. I'll put that in there for you, Kayla.
Well, definitely. If anybody is thinking about trying yoga or meditation, I definitely recommend it. It can be life changing, and you will definitely come out on the other side as a different person who has developed skills to handle anything that is thrown at you. And we know life throws a lot. So, yeah, if you want to contact me, you can visit our website, which is www.thekbcrew.com. Also, I am Kayla D. Brooks on Facebook, and you can also look us up on Facebook under, as the KB Crew. And if you want to connect on Instagram, which is where I post majority of our visuals and our yoga videos also, you can connect. My Instagram name is _KD Brooks.
Oh, wow.
And also, if you visit our website, there's a free gift that is downloadable for how to start a meditation practice when you have very little time. And you can connect with me there. I offer consultations and offer online and in-person yoga sessions for mothers and for families. So if you want to get your kids together and try, we can get together.
I love it. I love it. Speaking of free gifts, ladies and gentlemen, we have a treat for you. If you're interested in reaching out to Miss Kayla, we have a free link that we're going to be sharing where you can cash in on that same gift that she's now telling you about. Don't forget to spread the word. We have so many exciting things coming up. Listen, Lifting the Weight Online Summit is just the beginning. We're going to be having a book release. Hello, somebody. And so when you're hearing physically, what you're hearing mentally is going to be manifested physically. And then we're looking forward to a wellness retreat in July. Listen, we're going to get together. We're going to have some yoga instructors there. Health and wellness with the industry. We're going to be exposing the lies. We're going to be expelling them. She talked about the release, getting rid of, and guess what? We're going to be enabling you and empowering you for your everyday success. And so, guys, we have another speaker coming up for you. Don't forget to click, share, like, follow us on Facebook, and let the world know what an awesome experience that you are having at the Lifting Away Online Summit. Once again, Kayla, we want to say thank you for joining us today. Listen, I'm going to breathe a little deeper. And when I do, I'm going to think about you. And so, guys, today, thank you for joining with us. Let the world know that it's going down right here, presenting by the War Against Obesity Plus. Have a great and awesome day.
Bye.